Hi fellow readers, today I'm going to be talking about Downfall by Inio Asano. And Downfall tells the story of manga artist Kaoru Fukuzawa. And Kaoru has just completed his manga series, his long-running manga series, and is desiring of starting a new series and moving on and keeping his assistants and keeping worried. But he's also just lacking any inspiration or drive to do so. He has no ideas for stories. His wife, who also works in the manga industry, I think as an editor, she is working with different artists, and at one point she's talking to him and recommending that he read this one series and that the artist was like inspired by him. But he just has no drive to. And he often takes this viewpoint that a lot of manga artists think they're better than they are, that they're some kind of celebrity when really they're just creating this work. And I mean, we're essentially following his downward spiral into a lot of different unhealthy thoughts and processes. We see that his assistants are trying to hang on and stay working for him, that they like doing that, but as he's not working, they're also missing out on job opportunities that could potentially benefit them. And so there's a deterioration in their relationship. His relationship with his wife is also not really working that well. She's constantly at the beck and call of the manga artist that she's working for. And this causes a lot of resentment from him because he doesn't demand that from his people, and they don't seem to be willing to drop everything for him. So why is she willing to do that for this person? And even when he's asking his wife for help or attention, she feels that she has to leave and go to the manga artist. So their relationship is deteriorating. On top of that, we do see him like hiring prostitutes and going to hotels with them. And there's also the constant backstory that when he was first getting into creating, I think he was still in college, he had a girlfriend at the time with cat eyes who sort of made him feel like nothing, and that it wasn't valued to be a manga artist. So he's also like working through that feeling of inadequacy and like falsehood. And I think that journey with him into this downfall, into mental instability, keeps you on the edge of your seat while you're reading the story, because you don't know how it's going to end or where it's going to end, and how far will Kaoru go in his feelings of, I don't know if it's full-on despair, but in his feelings of inadequacy and of his feelings of existentialism, because I think that's a big part of it, is why is he doing what he's doing? What's the good of it? Is there any value in what he's creating? Is it worthwhile? And does he act, I don't know, more deserving than he should be for what he's doing? There's some like good side plots with one of his assistants that's trying to break into the manga industry. And her relationship with him just kind of takes like this really negative turn that I thought was very interesting. And I don't want to get too into because I'm like, I don't want to spoil that. But I liked that aspect of it. And yeah, it was just very good. I think that if you're looking for a more high emotional, evocative drama piece that is quickly wrapped up in this one volume, but speaks volumes, I think that you can't go wrong with Downfall. It's definitely engaging and engrossing, definitely has authentic characters. Sometimes it hurts when you're reading it. Just the different relationships and the different responses is kind of painful, but also you can't stop. You can't stop reading it, and you want things to turn out certain ways, but you know that it's not going to. But then it's also got this great ending, which of course I'm not going to give away or spoil in any way, but I thought the ending was great too. And just makes you question a lot of things and appraise how you're thinking. Yeah. So if you're looking for a more serious read, I think Downfall is a great option. It'll get you sucked in and it'll stick with you after you're done with it. Because it is so short, there's not too much I can really talk about other than these are the relationships and what he's going through, and this is what he's fighting through. And so you do wonder, how far will Kaoru go, and will he be able to claw his way out of things and try again? Or is this going to end tragically? Obviously, I'm not going to spoil that because what's the point of reading it? But I would recommend it highly. I did borrow Downfall from my local library, so you can check with yours to see if they offer it. If not, the book is still in print. And I believe this is a Viz signature series. And as always, Viz usually keeps a lot of their works in publication. Whether or not there'll be any back orders involved, I'm not sure. But it's best to go ahead and order it so that then they know like what to order of everything so that they can get the orders out. I know for me personally, I haven't talked about some of the other darker works that I've read recently, but I have been reading a lot of darker works. This does not include the Junji Ito that I have been talking about, but I've been reading some other more serious works and beginning to feel like maybe I need to read some lighthearted comedy. I will do reviews of some of those other ones that I'm reading, but again, I would highly recommend Downfall if you are looking for something darker to read, and especially if you want just a quick read, one volume quick read. That is it for this video. Until next time, bye!